All right, hello and welcome to Steins episodic review. We're on episode 888. Then we got 9. So we got to plow through 8 and 9, then we can grab some chow. It may seem like I'm always hungry, but I'm not. Grabbed one cracker in between doing the episodes. Anyhow, saving the world is all on Okabe now. John Titor claims that Okabe is the one who can save them all and fix the world. Oh man, the weight of that moment. That is what it's all about there. Hype-worthy moment. Alright. So this spans episode 8's events. So nothing beyond it. Just my notes, not blind notes. Oh, I wish I did have my blind notes, but I don't. Anyhow, a real episodic review in any descriptive sense. I mean, we just got the core episode details as notes from what I noted down a long time ago. But anyhow, so there's a recap, very necessary recap of John Titor asking Okabe to be mankind's savior. Okabe laughs. That was a pretty poor one, but I'm not a good fake laugher. Obviously, the VAs were very good at it. Okabe wills to continue doing experiments, and you need to shush, stomach. Makise picks up on him already doing the experiment. Okabe admits to her and Daru. She wonders why he only remembers it. So she is very perceptive and smart. Makise is very perceptive and smart. She realizes it already happened when normally you wouldn't have any reason to believe such. But she picked up that it had already occurred. Okabe admits to her and Daru. She wonders why only he remembers it. Even John Titor is curious of that. He's the one person who can save them all. Excuse me. Okabe calls his unique ability that only he has reading Steiner. The lab sends a D-mail back 5 days yet again for Daru to win a game against Ferris. Yeah. With the knowledge to win, they check, and it did not cause him to win. He still lost. So Makise thinks of a better way to know whether or not a change actually occurred. Why Okabe remembers and doesn't want to send a D-mail to the past to change her life. Okabe will allow her to do such. Sometimes my notes seem a bit off-center, I don't know. It's just whatever I wrote. It doesn't mean it's sensical, or even trying to understand everything that's happening is sensical. Goodness. Mocha emails Okabe and wants to send her own D-mail, spams his inbox, so she wants to do this and that. She is there and makes herself known. What a creepy stalker. And that's still probably not even good enough for Mirai Nikki, but anyhow. Tuturu, maybe she this. Suzuha says, "What's up?" Again. Somehow that's trendy and cool. She asks Okabe of his progress with John Titor. And someone says their disbelief. Okabe must, and then she gets worked up about it. His disbelief in this or that. Makise shows up and is glared down again by Suzuha. My goodness. Okabe wills to find a significant change with their next D-mail. Mayuri very much hates the Makise and Suzuha feud. Just optical catfight. Not verbal, not this and that. Just eye to eye. Tension. Like a chain being pulled both ways. A lot of tension. And Makise don't know why. Suzuha knows why. Moaka wills to send a D-mail for her to buy a different model phone. Of course, she's obsessed with phones and texting, so she wants to buy a different phone. Makes sense to me. Moaka types up a D-mail to herself. She's rather private about it. Nobody checks what she wrote first. Baka. So, now we get Ruka delivering a watermelon to the lab for her mistake from his memory botch of the lotto ticket being wrong. One number. Misrecalling one number. Mayuri asks her to cosplay with her. She doesn't will such to occur. And by she, I mean it's time for that moment again. Although I could have waited a few more seconds. Ruka is a dude. Okay, glad we got that established. Moaka sends the D-mail. World line changes yet again. Okabe feels the change. I like how that is presented. That's a very critical part of the show as well. Clearly presenting that the world line has actually changed. And then we get more Okabe feeling the effects of it. All that is very well presented. I like that. I like when things are clear-cut. When they're trying to communicate something to the viewer. Shush, stomach. Just shush. Goodness. But anyhow. Moaka is now, after the world changes now, Moaka is no longer at the lab like she was just a moment ago. Not only that, Ruka has never stopped by. Also, Mayuri doesn't know Moaka. Daru doesn't know Moaka. Makise doesn't know Moaka. Only Okabe knows Moaka. Moaka picks up that another D-mail was sent, or rather, it would be the second time. Good grief, this is hard to keep track of. Oh, I love that though. Okabe has her earlier messages, emails her, so he figures she must still exist, rather than her existence having been wiped out. She is busy and no longer obsessed with them. Okabe tells Makise and Moaka. Okabe tells Makise of Moaka's D-mail she sent, so she never arrived at the lab, and he tells of his reading Steiner ability to be able to remember world lines, and then he goes off pondering about being the savior, the one to be able to fix the world. Then we get a tuturu. 2010, 805, 1401. Makise and Mayuri are to hold a sleepover at Makise's place. Ruka comes to the lab with them. Mayuri... Oh boy. Oh boy. I know what's coming. Mayuri pulls Ruka into a separate room to dress her up in cosplay. This is where, and I think I've only seen the VA, or heard the VA twice. One is Steins. I forget the other one. But excellent VA. Perfect for the role, beyond perfect for the role. When there is a scene where they are put under pressure, the VA just sounds phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And this is one of the priceless bits of VA work. They just everything is this or that. I can't explain it. They just sound like they're under such panic, duress, and pressure. It's perfect. So Mayuri and Ruka play dress up, or Mayuri plays dress up with Ruka. Ruka is hesitant and uncomfortable with such. Ruka doesn't want help getting unclothed and clothed with Mayuri, but she tries to help Ruka off screen. And then we get a bizarre, beyond belief, Daro Hentai moment. I'm not going to use the other word for it, but that's I think a translation of it in Japan. And Ruka comes out of the room, or shoved out by Mayuri, wearing a dress, I think from what anyone can recall, a tight, short dress that needed to be cover more. Yeah. Mayuri calls Ruka a he. And the angles and shots of this, oh my goodness. Ruka holds down the front of his dress. Very embarrassed. Yeah. You're not supposed to be the delivery man showing his package. Oh my goodness. Mayuri calls him the prettiest dude they ever seen. Ruka is a trap. Ruka is a dude. Daru, good grief, man. Okabe trying to resist the cute cosplay. Moeka takes a good hard look at Ruka. Says that she even can't pull off a dress that well. And then we get another Daru hentai moment. You gotta imagine how Ruka feels at this point. I mean, he's a dude, and they're thinking he looks good in a dress and all girlied up. Not my favorite part of the show, not my favorite character, but at least it does provide some comedy, cringy comedy. It's at this point where he wants them all to calm down. I've come to the lab to change the past for myself. He brought a watermelon yesterday, but accidentally eavesdropped on them. So he did bring the watermelon to the lab. He eavesdropped on them, and they were talking of Moeka's disappearance due to the time travel. So, and then Ruka took off, I guess. Ruka wants to be a girl. Wants the parts seen and unseen of him to match. Which goes into some political type stuff, so we'll just skip. So, no thanks. I'm not gonna go there on that topic, but we're just sticking to an on-anime basis. This and that. Moeka, or it auto-corrected again. Makise has a sheer disbelief that Ruka is a dude. Okabe tells her the truth, trolling her, and pushes her to do some research. Moeka touches certain region, finds nada. But didn't believe earlier due to Ruka's cuteness, so she ends up in sheer shock at the reality of him being a dude. Yes, she realizes it, and she's like, just like hunched over to the side, just stunned in disbelief. She probably needs to wash her face. It's just unbelievable. Then there's whatever information Ruka's mother eating meat equals, I think maybe this is some sort of wishy-washy bit, but eating meat leans it towards being a boy being born, and then veggies rumored to be able to have it be a girl birth. Ruka wills to message the mother in the past to eat the veggies instead of eating meat, to change his gender to female. Okabe thinks, okay, we've got these rumors that this can occur. Okabe, there's no way it's going to happen. So he agrees to go through with it just to try, knowing that it will, in all likelihood, fail. So he's cool with it with Daru. They don't mind going about it. So with Ruka being 17, they calculate everything. 1993 birth, prior to cell phones, and whatever. Cell phones got popular in 96, and messages arrived even later. And then we get a Daru hentai moment. He has a thing for Ferris. Nya. Okabe ponders to send it to a pager, which was in use in the 1990s until cell phones took over. Ruka must head out to find out if the mother had a pager and to get the number, if so. And it turns out she did, and he got the number. They convert the message to digital, 24 character limit, 4 over. Okabe makes a minor change to it so that it fits within the parameters. The experiment is ran. Ruka sends the D-mail to a pager. The world line presents itself as having changed again. Okabe feels it occur and remembers everything. Okabe looks around. What's different, if anything? He stares at Ruka's chest region, and Moeka catches him. Great. And Ruka gets all embarrassed. which probably, with the episode going to cut soon here, they probably shouldn't have kept that in. They probably should have done something a little less than that, or excluded that and just replaced it with something else. That slight moment of Ruka being embarrassed about that, because you could start to think about things yourself at that point. What is or is not the case. So Okabe ponders and concludes that it didn't happen. It didn't work. It didn't work. They changed word lines, whatever sent to the past, made things a little different, but not as different as Ruka had hoped. So everything is the same. None of them remember what occurred except Okabe. And Mayuri disapproves of Okabe looking at Ruka like that. And then we get a Daro Hentai moment. Okabe ponders, what on earth did change on this new world line then? What is different? They leave it a complete mystery, and that is gold. Leaving it kind of open-ended for anything to have changed, and that gives you the incentive to keep going. Keep going, watch another episode, find out what changed. So, I think they should have left that one tidbit out, like I say, because that's hinting at what is the case or not, but, you know, maybe he could have panned from the one, then to the other two, and then they all could have kind of, well, still, no, you'd still have Ruka react. Somehow you would have had to have it where Ruka didn't react like that. I don't know what they would have done. But anyhow. Favorite moment? Not sure. I'm not sure. Probably the comedy relief of Mayushi dressing up Ruka and the VA work there. I think it's the Japanese dub, so the English sub. I very much think it's that case. Yeah. You have got to hear the VA in that scene, those kind of a scene. It's priceless. It sounds priceless. So, that's my favorite moment. So, let me know your favorite moment of this episode. Then we got one more to go, and then we grab some chow. So, anyhow, thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for more of the Steins Gate episodic review as we delve deeper and deeper into the mystery. And then, probably, if I remember, after the halfway point, we'll say, climbing out of the mystery, rather. So, anyhow, thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for more. I will see you up ahead. As always, take her cool. And no spoilers beyond the episode we are at on these in the comments, preferably. But, you know, people toss stuff here or there anyway sometimes, and even me on accident. I can accidentally give someone a spoiler. So, just do what you can and don't think too much about it if you botch. So, it is what it is. So, anyhow, thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for more. I will see you up ahead. As always, take her cool.